So what if I told you that you could get paid five, maybe even $10,000 for just a single day of work? I know it sounds crazy, but that's not some fantasy. It is what expert corporate AI trainers are earning right now. And believe me, the demand is absolutely exploding.
And yeah, you are seeing that number correctly. $10,000. That's the kind of money we're talking about for a single high-value AI workshop. The opportunity here is just massive, and it's happening as we speak.
Now, check this out. This number reveals a massive, gaping hole in the market. You've got almost every company on the planet saying, we need AI training, but barely a quarter of their people have actually gotten it. This creates this incredible unmet demand, and that's exactly where you can come in.
So let's really dig into the numbers behind this whole thing. We are talking about a multi-billion-dollar skills gap that is just fueling an insane demand for people who can teach these new skills.
Okay, the most important thing to understand is this gap. It's happening for one simple reason. AI is moving way too fast for companies to keep up. They just don't have experts in-house who can train their teams, so they are scrambling to upskill their people to stay competitive, but there just aren't enough qualified trainers to go around. It's simple supply and demand, and that scarcity is exactly why the pay is so ridiculously high.
And if you need to see it to believe it, just look at this chart. The market is projected to nearly triple in just 2 years. We're going from $4.2 billion to a mind-blowing $12.3 billion. That isn't just growth, folks. That is a full-blown explosion.
Okay, so you're probably thinking, that's great, but how do I get a piece of that? It might seem really complicated, but I'm going to walk you through a super simple 4-step blueprint that'll take you from just an idea all the way to landing your first paying client.
And here it is. It's that simple. First, you pick your niche, which is all about using what you already know from your career. Then we build your curriculum, and I'll show you how to use AI to do it in no time. Next, you create a simple portfolio to prove you know your stuff. And finally, we'll cover the best ways to actually find those clients. It's direct, it's actionable, so let's break down each step.
Now listen, this is your secret weapon. It's not just about knowing AI, it's about your career experience. If you're in marketing, finance, healthcare, whatever, that's your niche. Companies will pay a huge premium for someone who gets their industry and can tailor the AI training to solve their specific problems.
Now, building the actual workshop. This part used to take weeks. It was a total grind. But here's the game changer. You can use AI to do all the heavy lifting. You can literally ask ChatGPT to generate a detailed course outline, learning objectives, even interactive exercises. Then you pop that content into a tool like Gamma, and boom, it designs a professional slide deck for you. This just slashes your prep time.
Before a company pays you the big bucks, they're going to want to see some proof. But you don't need a huge track record. All you need is a simple portfolio with a short demo video, a few sample slides, a clear agenda, and hey, even a testimonial from a free practice session you did for a colleague. That's more than enough to look credible and land that first contract.
All right, now for the really fun part. Let's talk about the money. How much can you actually make? Let's get into the nitty-gritty of pricing and what your income could look like as you get going.
Just look at this progression. Right out of the gate, as a beginner, you can realistically charge $2,000 to $4,000 a workshop. That could easily be $4,000 to $12,000 a month. But watch how fast it climbs. In just 3 to 6 months, you're in that intermediate tier, pulling in $4,000 to $7,000 per workshop. And the pros, the ones with a solid portfolio, they can command over $15,000 for one event, potentially earning over $75,000 a month. The ramp-up is just incredibly fast.
Now here's a little secret from the pros. Don't just sell one-off workshops. The real money is in selling packages. Instead of a single session, you offer a 3-workshop series for, say, $8,000 to $20,000. This locks in way more revenue upfront and turns a one-time customer into a long-term client. It's a total win-win.
So you've got your niche, your curriculum, you know your pricing. Now, where on earth do you find the companies who will pay for it? Let's cover the most direct, most effective ways to land that first contract.
Okay, don't try to be everywhere at once. Seriously, just focus your energy here. LinkedIn is going to be your #1 weapon for finding the right people. Upwork is fantastic for landing those first couple of gigs to build your portfolio. And then, once you get the ball rolling, referrals will become your absolute best source of new business. When it comes to LinkedIn, you need a 2-pronged attack, and you really need both. The passive method, posting useful content, is like putting a net in the water. It builds your reputation over time. But the active method, directly messaging decision makers with a solution to their problem, that's like casting your line.
That's what's going to get you clients in the door this month. You do both, and you'll have a pipeline full of leads.
Okay, theory is great, but let's look at a real-world example, because this isn't just possible, people are actually doing it right now. Let's walk through one person's journey from absolute beginner to a high-earning trainer.
So this is Jennifer. She was a marketing manager, probably had a background pretty similar to a lot of you. And here's the key. She had zero formal training experience when she started. She just used what she already knew about the marketing world.
Now just look at this timeline. It's wild. In her very first month, she booked a client for over $2,000. By month 3, she was already pulling in $8,500 a month, and in just 6 months, she was at $12,000 a month. This shows you there's a clear, repeatable path here.
So what was Jennifer's secret? It wasn't magic, it was just mastering these 5 key things. So to recap, you got to focus on your niche, be relentless on LinkedIn, price and packages, deliver an amazing workshop, and always ask for referrals. You nail these 5 things, and you are going to succeed.
Look, the market is there, the demand is undeniable, and the blueprint is right here in front of you. So really the only question left is this. With a $12 billion opportunity sitting on the table, what are you going to build?